Hey guys, how's it going? Sir Dizzy here. I, you know, I've come to notice something. I talk about, uh, everything in my videos being like, hey, if you were looking at the stream, I thank you guys for supporting me and whatnot. And as of last week, we made 17k, almost 18k. Because we started at 3k and we made 18k together, so great job guys. And I've noticed I've never really recorded how I make that stuff. I left that all to the stream, so I've decided, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys how I made this in 1 week, and at least either I'll keep up making these videos like this, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it to the stream. Make you guys go to the stream or whatnot. But all of it is right here. In the auction house. It's where a lot of money comes from nowadays. And as you saw, I was just at my mailbox. I was collecting all the stuff that I started selling, and now I'm about to resell it again. This is an auctioneer add-on. It scans the auction house for pretty much absolutely everything. Absolutely everything on the auction house it'll sell. And that way, whatever you loot, it will say how much it's selling for on the auction house. Like, look, it tells you how much it's selling to a vendor, how much it's selling in the auction house, and how much it will sell when you disenchant it. If you're into disenchanting. I'm not really that big into disenchanting. I really am not. I was an enchanter at one point in time. I thought it was an amazing way to make money. However, enchanting in Mists of Pandaria costs a lot more than you are making. No thank you. It has to do with really high numbers and even more high numbers. Like, there's no low to high, it's just high to even higher. And I don't like it. Okay, so here we go, guys. I'm just gonna start by selling all the shit that I picked up a while back, and I'm just gonna start selling at the lowest price. This is stuff that I've been reselling. I sold, I think, about 4 of these flashlights that I just made just from engineering, and that got me about 1.5k. You can make a lot of money with professions. You really can. Almost all of the money in this game comes from professions. Since this is a really high price, I'm going to try bumping it down to... I'm just going to round down a little bit. Just so people can see it on the first page. This is selling for a really high price. However, it's a low level, very hard to find crafting recipe, so I want to make it clear that this is, like, I want to make it clear that you can buy mine at a lower price than whatever the hell is on the auction house. There are 2 selling right now, so just bump it down by like about 2k. And this way, other people who are using the same add-on that I'm using, which we'll get into that later. This is going to be a pretty long video, but this is so that way the same people who have the same add-on that I have will look at it and say, hey, I might be able to make that much money, and then they buy it out of stupidity. Okay, I put this on the auction house for 200 gold last time, so someone's trying to be competitive with me. So I'm gonna bump it down to 150. Like, I'm not afraid to show them how competitive I am. Just drag up, click create. With enchants, I'm actually not that big on dropping the price down a ton, because when people buy enchants, they only buy it once, unless they get a completely better new item that is just better, I guess, and then they have to rebuy it. But no one person will be buying the same enchant twice without that reasoning. This has not been selling, And however, there is still a lot on the auction house, so I'm just going to sell it at the lowest price, just keep it going. This actually hasn't been selling. I made this from engineering. It was the highest price at the time. It dropped down to about 5k. Then it dropped down to like 3k and then 1.5k, and then I'm like, I have to completely reset this. So I waited for all the auctions to completely run dry, and then I bumped up the pricing to 5k, and now it's going back down. But hey, 4k is better than nothing. 4k is definitely better than nothing. These things, this was down to, I think, about 12k, no, 8k. It was down to 8k at one time. I had to wait for that to run dry, and then I brought it back up to 25k, and now it's dropping back down again. Honestly, if I didn't have a second thought for this, I'd probably just be using it myself. However, it's an item level 640, I have an item level 630, I'm not really going to think twice about that, so we're going to make people know the competition level. I'm going to sell it for 1800. Do I really want to sell it for 1800 though? I could sell it for even lower, but then that would drop the price down a ton. Although it also increased the chance for them to buy it. I really want that gold, so I'm gonna drop it down to 1500. If you really want the gold like fast, like now, then you bump prices down a ton and you'll get it. You will get the gold. Not really careless, too caring about pets, so just sell it at the lowest price. Okay. Here's a conversation that I actually want to talk about. These things were selling at about 14k last night. I made two of them. I made two of them for 900 gold. Doesn't make sense. However, okay, it works. And then the one above this was selling for like 18k. However, it costed like about 8k to make, so that'd only be about a 10k gain compared to the 13k gain just from making one of these. I could care less about that 1200 gold. I'm gonna bump it back up to 10k. And I know this may seem unrealistic, however, what's the possibilities of someone buying one of these, just one of these, right off the bat? It actually takes time to sell mounts and to sell gear. It takes a lot of time. So what you initially want to do with gear and mounts and whatnot is bump up the price a ton and then just wait for it to gradually go down. And then you yourself have it gradually go down yourself. Like, I started at 14k, I'm going down to 10, and I'll slowly keep going down. It's a process, and it sucks. This is just some molten core that I had left over from making the flying machines, so selling that for about 230 gold. And this is how I make my gold, just the process of going to my mailbox, going back to the auction house, and just selling. However, I support this, and I support it in my stream, and I will keep supporting it and keep using it, and I will show you guys how to use this add-on too. It's called Dynasty-tycoon. Like I said, I support it in my stream. I want to repetitively say I support it, so that way I don't think I can get in trouble for advertising it. However, this add-on does cost money. It costs about 40 bucks, I think. However, if you think about it, 40 bucks for 18k in a week after starting at only 3k, that's a pretty big difference. So you have to stay active with the add-on. I'm just gonna make this video a short tutorial how to use it. Right click to change its display. It has many different displays, whatnot, and then when you're done with it, just drag it into the corner, click it, and then it's poof, out of vision. However, here's how you use it. So you click the activate button, and it will say welcome to Dynasty, and then double click it again, and boom, it comes up with this. Like, what the hell is this? So you have you have this like page with many different tabs on it and whatnot, and the first one says auction house, or auctions, whatever, and you have this bottom area which will show you like what stuff you're actually into selling and whatnot, and guess what? This stuff is all from the auction house. This is the buy low, sell high process. So technically, you can take a look at this copper bar, say, hey, I can buy this stuff right now for 30 copper and sell it on the auction house for 2 gold. That's actually really not bad, considering that it was selling Sunday. You can check the dates of when it was selling for a higher price. You can say, hey, it was selling Sunday for 5 gold. What if I can possibly bring that 30 gold back up to that Sunday 5 gold? Like, that's turning a 30% profit into a 745% profit. These kind of profits are actually really unrealistic. However, this is WoW economics. Usually, a 30% profit. This is real world stuff. This is negative stuff. However, 30% profit is usually what you want to look for in like real life economics, like non-game economics. 30% profit, you're a millionaire. However, this is WoW economics. It doesn't make sense. However, it's a video game. So, once you find something that you really like, I really love crafting riggins. Crafting riggins sell for, so that they sell really fast, that they can sell at really high prices and really low prices. So when you find something you like, you just click go, and then the item has been added to my shopping list. And we can do this multiple times. So let's just go through the entire list, see what we find that's selling at high prices, and let's just check out what we find. I will also be talking about like how like all this stuff works, and and what patterns we can look at in the auction house that actually makes sense versus what doesn't make sense. So let's get started. Right now I'm instantly just looking at the percentages and the profit average. With some of these you might see, oh my goodness, 400, 600 gold, that's instantly 1k. Holy cow, why am I not buying that stuff right now? Why aren't I clicking go? This is the reason why. It's because it's gear. You actually have to know what you're selling before you actually sell it, or before you even buy it for that matter. Gear takes about 2 weeks to sell. 2 weeks. Okay, you are playing World of Warcraft, so that means that you're paying $15 a month. That's about 4 weeks. You're paying $7 for a 1,000 gold profit off of a 2-week plan. Maybe even more than that. It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. And you just end up selling it at the same exact price that you bought it for. I really do not recommend buying gear off the auction house, because people don't really need it. They don't need gear. Gear is thrown at you in this game. So, unless it's above and beyond the average gear, like if it's purple item level 665, I'm 630-ish. Hey, unless it's that, then there's no reason why you need to buy that stuff. Okay, my eye actually caught attention of this. Again, we see the buy low, sell high. This here, this process, this 19 and then 21, 3 process. This is a bouncy ball effect. Someone is either saying, hey, this stuff is selling for a lot, However, I really need to get rid of this stuff, so someone probably just said, hey, I'm gonna sell this at 3 gold. Or this is the same person selling this stuff over and over and over again, and he just kind of gave up and is saying 3 gold. That would be my thought of the thing. However, since this is saying 20 gold, this would technically be about a 17 gold profit. So we're just going to click on it and say go, just because we want to take a look at it, we want to see how it's doing, we want to see if we're interested. These actually used to sell for a lot, because cooking was so difficult to get up, and the smaller cooking ingredients actually, like who would cook a spider leg, but the smaller cooking ingredients costed a lot more than the higher price cooking ingredients because of the leveling system to get in cooking. Primal Fire, this is actually selling for a shit ton, and if the pricing is going up, that means that it's probably going to keep going up. However, we are seeing a bouncy ball effect, so we can predict that before that, the prices were up and then they were dropping, and then they dropped on Sunday. I have Sunday Gray because I forgot to scan that day. Don't bitch. So here's the bouncy ball effect. It came down, and now choom, choom, choom. It's going back up, and now it's going back down, and then it'll go back up. There's a giant bouncy ball effect in this game, and it works. It works if you add a graph to it. I'm not really interested in 1 gold profits unless it's like an in bulk crafting ingredient. Because if you sell like Fel Iron Casting in bulk, that would sell for a ton. If you guys are interested in engineering, I highly recommend crafting Fel Iron Casting. It is needed to create flying machines, and the auction house is out. So that is my recommendation for today. If you're into engineering, craft this stuff, put it on the auction house, it'll sell. Like instantly. Pearls, I don't even know what pearls are used for, so I'm not gonna even bother thinking twice about it. Don't really know what much of this stuff is used for. Potions are hard to sell. Don't recommend it. It's kind of in a plummet right now. This is the same person. You can tell that it's the same person because it's just going down. There is no bouncy ball effect to that. There is absolutely none. Glyphs. Here's another thing. Glyphs are sketchy because all it takes is for one person to click the glyph once, and then they learn it forever. It's no longer you need a glyph in order to learn a talent, and then you have to go back, buy the glyph all over again. It's no longer like that. So, I feel bad for Inscription people, because the system has changed entirely since mod. So, glyphs, I really wouldn't recommend buying. Here we can kind of see. This is definitely a bouncy ball effect. This is definitely a bouncy ball effect. I might actually want to look into this. Because you can see it gradually going down, and then choom, someone said, hey, I want to sell it for this much. Just cause, or whatnot. Like, you can buy that, and then put it back on the auction house, and it'll keep selling. The price might go down, however, it's never going to go down from 300 to 80 gold that fast, ever again. So, if you want to look into that stuff, that's nice, however, I'm not into glyphs. And if you're not into something, don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it at all. Okay, since instantly what I noticed is the 937 to 299. That's what I instantly noticed. I also noticed that only 4 days of the week have accounted to this item. So I look at it, I check it out, and already I see item level higher than 600, it won't be applied to. So instantly turn off. Just turn on and then turn off. Like, here's the turn on, there's the turn off. Again, the gear factor, gems, gems, there's no gemming right now in water. Like, look at this, there's no gemming at all. What the fuck is wrong with Blizzard? Well, nothing's wrong with them, they're just saving gemming till later. God, I miss gemming so much. Gemming used to be so fun. You could make a ton of gold off of gemming. Made like 40k off of gemming in 1 week. Just from gems. Oh, those were fun. Those were fun days. Ingredients. This is... Okay, this is not a bouncy ball effect. This is someone saying, hey, this shit's not selling, so I'm good, just put it on for whatever price I think's worthy of it. Remember when this stuff used to sell for 10 gold? Like, for one? I miss those days. This is another person. Like, you can see the 1624 on both days. And sure, that might mean that, hey, this person's only selling at midnight or whatever when the days change. However, when it happens multiple times and then it just suddenly goes Thursday, Friday, drop, like, it's not selling. It's not a bouncy ball effect. There's a big difference between a bouncy ball effect and not selling. However, it all comes down to what you think. It all comes down to what you think would sell compared to what wouldn't sell. Like, your perspective. I'm actually really interested in this. I'm gonna click go, just because it only shows up 3 days. So either it is really selling and it only sold Sunday and Monday, sold out, or no one's putting it on the auction house, or my first opinion is correct and I could make a lot of gold. Okay. What is it with this cannot be applied to items 600 shit for over 800 gold? Like, we saw 900 gold up above that, and then it's not selling. It's not selling. I'm gonna click Arctic Fur, because I know Arctic Fur, my friend sold so much leatherworking ingredients off the guild. If you are actually want to be a part of a guild that is like this, like just completely business making, gold making guild, it's pretty much a gold making auction house where every crafting ingredient that you put into the guild, you instantly gain money for it back. Like, no waiting on the auction house, you instantly gain money. However, you only get half the amount that's on the auction house. But you also get honor points as well as an allowance, which if you want to look into that stuff, I'll put a link. I'll put a link down below if you're into that stuff. If you want to be a part of a business guild that makes a lot of money over little amounts of time, it's a good guild. Blue dye, you can buy that stuff from a vendor. Why do people put stuff that you can buy from vendors? Tranquil Mechanical Yeti. Okay, this is actually showing up in my crafting stuff. So I'm not really interested. I'm not much interested in what's left. Boar meat is selling for a ton. If you guys are interested, I highly recommend that you go out, farm boar meat, or just go around warlords, just a warlords map. Kill a ton of boar, and their meat is selling for a ton. Like, just go out, kill stuff. Not really too interested in this stuff. This is definitely a bouncy ball effect, because it's staying constant. However, I also think I see like a competition going on, because someone is saying, hey, this stuff is selling for this amount of price, and then another person is saying, I can sell it lower than you, and then, you know, it's just constantly lower, and then up. Get lowered, and then raised up, lowered, raised up, lowered, and raised up, and it just constantly moves. And that's the way that the guild should work. Like, it shouldn't be like the Garn Night Howl, selling for lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. No, someone needs to step up and push that stuff up to its original price. But then, nope, someone comes along and says, hey, I'm gonna drop this down 5k. I get it, that's okay, you want to sell it very fast, however, you can make so much more money than what you're trying to make. Big weapon chain. Okay, so I'm sick and tired of this armor stuff, gems, so I'm just gonna go to trade goods, because that's all I really care about, right? Trade goods. We're gonna scroll all the way up to the top to see our copper bar again. And we're just gonna scroll down really fast. Flanks usually sell for a ton. I'm just gonna click on whatever I see looks good. Shard crystals. I think they actually sell for quite a bit. Like, it was a huge mop thing. I'm not so sure if it's big anymore. But you know what? Let's look into it. If this stuff sold in bulk, that would be amazing. This is a bouncy ball effect right before our eyes. Sunday, Monday, it's getting raised, it's going up in the bouncy ball effect, then choom, it goes back down, and then it goes back up, and then it goes back down, and then it'll go back up again. This is a bouncy ball effect right before our eyes. That is a perfect example of a bouncy ball effect. I have no idea. What the hell is this stuff? I've seen it on the auction house all the time. I think you can buy it from a vendor. However, since it's selling on the auction house, like, constantly, it's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not gonna look into that. However, you guys be my guest. It's in the middle of a bouncy ball effect. It really, truly is. It's been in a bouncy ball effect for about 2 weeks. It's been going up and down and up and down. And I'm the one who's sitting here thinking, isn't that sold from a vendor? But it's selling because it's in a bouncy ball effect. Like, it's in the red right now. Like, that's a giant bouncy ball effect. Maybe if you buy it, it might actually go back up to 79 gold. That's... If you get something like this, don't invest in it. Because it's probably just going up on the auction house right now. And the average price that the auction house is coming up for, based off of the online searches that it instantly comes up with, it's saying, hey, this should be selling for 32 gold. And it's on the auction house for 7 gold. You should look into it. When it's just selling, I wouldn't recommend it. Devil Sore Layer. This is a bouncy ball effect right before our eyes. However, the 5 gold person is the one who's farming it and is saying, hey, I just want to make a ton of gold. Give me gold. Maybe this isn't a bouncy ball effect. I'm sorry, guys. This is not a bouncy ball effect because it's 2 different people. When something is selling between 2 different people, maybe 3 different people, don't get involved. Do not get involved. Because then those 3 people will be buying off of each other people, and they'll be trying to sell it for a better price. And then there's that one person, me, in the corner, who's just like, I just want to make gold. I already clicked to go for this. I kind of wanted to check it out. Yeah, I think I got a pretty good list right now. So let's check out another tab. We're gonna go into the Gathering tab, and this is pretty much everything that you can make off of your secondary profession. So mine is mining. So here we got the estimated gold that I could possibly make an hour. However, Lord knows that I have not been capable of being on this game and staying active into one area for over an hour. So I might make about only 15k after 20 minutes. So this is something that is selling right now. It's got a competition rate at a really high level. Well, not really high. This is actually the area that you want to be at. Like, if it's at this, that means that stuff is going to sell instantly and at low prices. You do not want the low price stuff to sell at very high rates. You want stuff to sell at a moderately high rate at a very high price. However, this actually doesn't make sense, because I bought this stuff the other day for like about a gold. Like 1 gold, 50 silver. So this is actually probably inaccurate, unless, by golly, I bought off the auction house and now it's back up to 4 gold. Which that actually does happen. The trend, I'm betting that this was me, because I tried to make flying machines the other day, and you can do that. You can actually buy so much that you can increase the trend up a single bar. So, God, I feel so bad for MOP players. That is so bad. That is so bad. But yeah, and then if you click go, then you can just instantly press M and it'll show the map line, the route that you have to take. It'll show you everything. It's amazing. I love this setup. Farming. This is the usual screen that pops up. I'm gonna click don't show this to me again. It just tells you, hey, welcome to Dynasty-tycoon, here's how you use it, and what the fuck not. This is actually inaccurate. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's very accurate. This is actually selling for a ton. It's very accurate. However, you can do so much better with 1 potion of luck. You get 1 potion of luck and you go farming in Mr. Pandaria or WOD. I don't know if that's capable quite yet. I don't know if the potion of luck has been discovered yet. However, you can do that in Mr. Pandaria, and you can make 20 gold an hour. No, you can make 20k an hour. You can make a lot of money an hour. However, again, Lord knows I am not capable of getting into stuff for an hour, so no thank you. And then here's the crafting stuff. Here's stuff where engineering, your primary profession, comes into play. So mine is engineering, like I just said. And this is all the stuff that I can make with engineering that's selling at rather high prices. This is actually inaccurate, because if you can farm some of this stuff with mining and whatnot, then you could actually make one of these for about not that much. You can make one of these for about, I don't know. You can make these for lower prices than they're actually telling you, if you can farm some of this stuff. And then you can essentially make, it'll say you're making 60k. However, based off of what you bought, over here is your profit. So you can buy it and make one of these Tranquil Mechanical Yetis for 125 gold. It's selling on the auction house for about 1k, so your profit would be 824. That's what it's trying to say. However, its competition trend is really low. I gotta sneeze, please forgive me. I don't gotta sneeze. So its competition trend is really low, so it's probably not gonna sell. However, you still got a shot at that amount of gold. However, I'm not making any of this stuff because this stuff is all Mists of Pandaria engineering and below. And that's honestly where I think a lot of the crafting money is coming into play. It'll still show you WAD crafting materials and whatnot. However, actually, come to think of it, yeah. However, honestly, it'll show you WAD crafting materials. However, you do not want to get into WAD crafting materials because every single WAD crafting material is gained by doing like your daily quests and whatnot. Like, you see an ore along the way, you go there. It's no hardcore flying to farm. It's not like that anymore, which I actually enjoy. I think that's awesome. So when we're finished with that, we can go to our shopping list, which is right here. Click for shopping list. Click. Here's our shopping list. This is actually a rather large shopping list for me. Like, usually I only come up with like four really good items I want to look into, but some of this is just bullshit. So our first is the copper bar. Now, I start off by looking at the copper bar just in the regular tab, just to see who's selling it and whatnot, what its normal pricing is. Like, instantly I see 48 to 79. That doesn't make sense. I'm interested, so I go into this buy tab that I use with the auctionator and view it'll scan. It might actually take a while because I'm betting there's like 5 pages. Instantly I see, okay, there is a small gap, and it's in large prices. I'm betting that I could buy this one stack for a gold 48 each and sell it for approximately, in stacks of 4, since it's in 86, for approximately 2 gold 14. Because when people buy copper bars, they're buying it in bulk. However, here's the problem, is that there are 2 stacks of over 80 plus. So this is what you really gotta look at. You gotta look at how big the stacks are and how much they're selling individually. Like, there is a minor gold change right there. However, that's still about a 45% profit. And remember, in real life, you're looking towards a 30% profit. I'm not interested, so we're gonna remove. However, if you guys find a way, if you guys are just hardcore go at it people, you can buy all of these. You can buy absolutely all of these and sell it for at 2 gold 14, like that 2.7. Like, be careful when you get that low, because then the numbers will start going to 1 gold, and then you're gonna have to restart all over again. But that go hard attitude is awesome. Instantly I see already there's only one person selling this stuff, so I'm gonna remove. I like competition. And you guys should enjoy competition too. Okay! It's time to go to work, because this here is what I love. Okay, so instantly 2 different people selling it for 39 and 40, and then a completely different group of people selling it for 270 gold. This is what I like to invest in. You can buy this stuff out for 390. That's almost for one of these. That's almost. No, I'm sorry, almost for 2 of these. And you get 10 of them. I'm gonna buy this stuff out. I'm just gonna buy. and then it'll go to my mail, and then I'll go back and I'll sell it on for 269. This is the buy low, sell high process, and I will make about 3K just from that item. Oh, and I log in most days to see about 2K, 2.5K in my mail already, and then later that night another 1K. About, unless something really big of mine sells, then I get about 15K. This is not even worth really looking at, I don't think. It might have been selling earlier in the week for a much higher price, however, this is only between 2 different people. I'm not going to really get involved. I don't want to get involved in a competition between those 2 people. This is something I will make about 200 gold off of. I'm not really interested, because, I mean, 6 times 2, I'd make about 120 gold off of that. So, 120 gold I can toss down the trash. However, that's me. If you guys really desperately want to invest, about 30 gold into a possible 120 gold profit, then go for it. Be my guest. This stuff is actually really easy to get. You can just go run old raids, get this stuff, sell it on the auction house. I could do that easily on a daily basis. I'm gonna click remove. And sometimes you do have to click remove. Like I said, I usually only get 3 really good items. This stuff is selling at a really low price. It's only one person. I'm gonna buy it. Sell it for my own price. I don't even care what the original price of it is. It's selling at an extremely low price. I'm taking it. But yeah, stuff that you can easily farm. It doesn't matter. If you want to invest 2 gold into an 8 gold profit, be my guest. It's not oh man, I deleted the last one. Oh well, I'm really not interested in the rest of that stuff. However, if you guys want to be, that's amazing. And then, that's great. I should only get 1 thing. No, I should get 2 things. Okay, yeah, I got it. What? It says I still have mail. What do I have mail for? Nothing. Oh wow. Yeah, it goes away. Okay. It's gone. So I got only 2 items, however, this is good. This is actually pretty decent, because then I can say, hey, I want one of these to sell for 1 gold, and then I can make 22 gold off of a 17k stack. However, I don't want to sell in stacks like that. I want to sell like this. However, let's make it stacks. Oh, it's an odd number. Okay. Let's sell in stacks of 1, because we're dicks, right? No. Let's make it... I'm debating either 2 or 3. Let's make it 3. And it'll create... So that's how the sell tab works, pretty much. Just drag, type in what you want stuff to sell for, click create, and it'll start creating. Although it usually doesn't take this much time. Like, usually it's just choom, 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 choom. Yeah, there it goes. And you can see up here, like, it's creating, so that's good. Yeah, I'm glad I invested in that. However, one day make 3k, that's fine. In 1 week, make 17k? That's insane. This is how I make my gold, guys. I might, between this and just farming, going around killing stuff, collecting meat, whatnot, it's all just between that. It goes down to that. It really does. I highly recommend that you guys come check out my stream, because I'm doing this stuff all the time. I'm going between PvP and selling stuff, making gold. If you want to check out the stream, that's awesome for those of you who are daring enough to. For those of you who just want to find a better way to make gold, or if you just simply enjoy my videos, please leave a like and subscribe. Sir Dizzy out. Peace, guys.